Hello and welcome back to another episode of Guardian Ferret Gaming. I'm your host, the Guardian Ferret. Today we're getting past a few digital games, so I'm going to try to get through these as fast as I can. So starting off, we have Eternal Nights R Online, a new port to the Nintendo Switch, originally ported from mobile. It was developed by Winlight. It's your standard MMORPG. It's one player, you choose your class, you choose your subclass and all that. The only downfall I've found with this game, there have been two. The controls are a little clunky. It's a little odd to move your character around sometimes. You'll find you'll get stuck every once in a while. That and there's no jump button. I do enjoy a good jump button in every video game, but unfortunately there isn't one in this one. And the broken English. So I guess three things. You'll see in the text of the game and the gameplay here that there's a lot of broken English. Like it just puts in words and little extra filler words for no reason. As far as the graphics go, the graphics look pretty decent. I mean, it was originally designed to run on iOS and Android, but I mean, it came out looking pretty decent for the Switch. So, really, the only problem with this game is the broken English that really stands out. So, we'll go ahead and move on to the next game. Alright, next on the list we have Fall of Light, the Darkest Edition, I believe it's called. It was developed by Runeheads. It's a single-player game. It's a light Souls game. That's what I've seen it described as, meaning it kind of stems from like the Dark Souls, Demon Souls kind of games where, you die and then there's like a little grave marker there and then you can go back and recollect your spirit. You play as Nyx in this game, and you have a quote-unquote daughter, which is basically a being of light, and your goal is to, I haven't really gotten that far, but it's basically to get through each level and walk her through each level. It took me a little while to get the hang of the controls, but it does play just like it says, a light Souls game where you take a lot of damage from one hit and you have to dodge and swing. It's a very, I guess you could say entertaining. No, I guess enticing would be the word. Enticing game. It kind of pulls you in. It leaves a lot open for the story. So you're going to be leading this little being of light around and trying to get her to, I guess, the end of the game. But for the most part, this was pretty fun so far, that I was able to keep myself entertained overall. I'm really stretching this, so I'm trying to figure out how much longer this video is, but I'm stretching it just to make sure that we have enough time. And me watching the video right now fighting this giant boss, I died way too many times trying to get the hang of this, and overall I was just trying to get some video footage of the actual gameplay, so bear with us, and I'll let you watch the video footage now. So Alright, next on the list we have Forgotten and this is a game that has been anticipated for a while. It was developed by Throughline Games, in equal partnership with Square Enix Europe, so this is a Square Enix game, essentially. It has a very Miyazaki feel to it with the art style. A lot of the cutscenes have a very... You notice a lot of similarities between movies like My Neighbor Totoro and Spirited Away and things like that. It's your standard side-scroller platformer, and thankfully there is a jump function, and you're able to get these wings that you're seeing on the video right now. Well, you're seeing me unlock the vault to get the wings, that way you can do a higher jump, which is nice. Essentially, you play as this young girl, Anne, and you are in a world where things are forgotten and everything has a little job, everything from socks to tables to refrigerators, and essentially you're trying to get back home. You have the power to use this what is it, ether, some kind of blue electric kind of, I don't know, substance, and you're able to what's it called? Give life and take life from the little objects that have been forgotten by their owners. And you're working with your, I guess, father figure, but it's more like a teacher, kind of like a master that's trying to help you get home and all the other objects to get home. Essentially, this game, it's not the greatest. It's not a Breath of the Wild game, but still it has been anticipated for a while. Showing a lot of the gameplay and the cutscenes. People have been very excited about it, and I am too. And I'm gonna go ahead and let you watch some of the gameplay now.
I found your anima wrench. Oh, exactly what I needed. Thank you, Anne. Any progress? Almost done. Does this wrench remind you of Freddy, Anne? When Master Bonky was setting up the vault and you accidentally dropped it on his foot. Oh, right. I completely forgot about that. He designs all this intricate machinery for us, and here I am, struggling to open a gate. It's crazy. One day we're having fun, the next the rebels are here. Makes you wonder what'll happen tomorrow. I think that should do it. The gate controls should be fixed. Try now. Oh no! I'm sorry, Anne. Don't worry, Tiff. It'll take more than a broken gate to stop me.
I should search this place. There must be something.
Okay, next we have Hollow. This is a first-person shooter developed by Forever Entertainment. Kind of has a Dead Space kind of feel to it. This game was 99 cents in the eStore. You can probably still pick it up for the same price. Not really sure why it's 99 cents, but I played only a little bit of it, and it seems like there's this spaceship that you're on, and I guess you woke out of cryo freeze, and there's somebody else that's trying to walk you through and meet up with you and try to figure out what's going on. Haven't played too much of it. I've seen one of the monsters so far, and I've only gotten one gun that kind of reminds me of a Dead Space gun, but overall, I mean, this was well worth the dollar that I spent to get this game. Go ahead and watch some gameplay and share your thoughts.
What is that thing?
Alright, so if you are looking for an adventure first-person shooter like Minecraft with the pixelated kind of art, then Shadow of Loot Box is the game that you want to pick up. It was developed by Stately Snail, and it seems like you can go through and pick up 3 different kind of guns, rifles, shotgun, and a handgun. Seems like the handgun has unlimited bullets, but the shotgun and rifle you'll need to pick up more ammo for. There's little quests. The only problem I've seen with this game so far is that there isn't really a quest marker like map in the corner or anywhere, so you don't really know where to go. And if you kind of lose your place and kind of get lost in the little forest of the town that you're in, then you're kind of going to wander around for a little while and try to figure out exactly where you are. I've played a little bit of this game so far, and it seems mildly entertaining, and considering that it's a game that's under $5, I would recommend it. You know, aesthetically pleasing. You know, the graphics are the tiny pixelated kind of style, the same as Minecraft and a lot of the other games that are coming out right now. It seems to be what is keeping people's attention, and so far it's kept mine. So go ahead and watch some gameplay and let me know what you think. Okay, next we have Sinner Sacrifice for Redemption. This is a game by Another Indie Studio. That is the name of the developer, Another Indie Studio. It's an action kind of RPG. It's like a Souls game. It's kind of a light Souls, like I described. Fall of Light before, but instead of top down, it's actually third person, and it does play a lot like Dark Souls in this. And this game was actually announced shortly after Dark Souls Remaster was announced that it was being ported to the Switch. Obviously, there's going to be a bunch of companies out there that are going to jump on the bandwagon and think that this is going to be the next game hype wave, but I mean, Dark Souls has come and gone, and it's still going strong. There's only so many games that you can make like it, but so far this seems to be mildly interesting. I've only played about 30 minutes into this game, and so far it's been challenging and very fun, so I'm gonna go ahead and hand it over to the game and let you watch some gameplay. Okay, next we have a typical side-scroller platformer. This is Slain Back from Hell. It was produced by Stage Clear Studios, and it has a kind of Castlevania kind of feel to it, with the kind of Victorian and, demonic kind of styling with the art. The soundtrack was produced by someone that was in a band, I think it was Celtic Wind, I can't remember. It was a heavy metal band. You seem to be playing as this kind of old warrior Viking kind of guy, and you basically have to go through and kill all the demons. So go ahead and enjoy some gameplay and let me know what you think. Alright, and lastly, we had The Flame in the Flood, the collection edition, the collection, I don't know. Anyway, it was developed by the Molasses Flood, and you are playing as a girl and her dog. Well, the dog follows you around, and you're basically surviving in a kind of post-apocalyptic world, and you're floating down a river on a raft, and you gotta pick up supplies, and you need to stay hydrated and fed, and make sure you have enough sleep, and make sure you don't get sick. It's basically a survival game. So far it's been pretty fun. It's a little hard to figure out. I've noticed that if you miss a place to dock on the river, you pretty much miss that whole area, and I haven't been able to figure out how to get back. You can camp at a little fire and kind of craft some items that you may need, and crafting certain items will open up other items that you can use. So go ahead and enjoy some gameplay, and let me know what you think. Alright, well that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for bearing with me. I'm doing these last minute, so excuse the lack of enthusiasm. So stay tuned and subscribe and like the channel for more videos. There are more to come, and we'll see you in the next game, guys.
Whoa, whoa. Give me something to forget. Everything she wanna be lying right under her bed. All they want the greens, we're too busy running reds. 100 years another step, I'm the man they never met.